What's up, Horizon Kids?
Hello.
Happy Sunday.
Welcome to vlog number 14.
14, ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready and go. It was
Oh,
close.
man.
That was a close one.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
That's so confusing. We
14.
gotta get better at this. Well, here we are, vlog number 14.
Yes. It is great to have you join us today.
Yes.
Welcome to the Horizon Kids YouTube channel or Facebook if you're watching on the Horizon Church Facebook page.
Yep. And hey, shout out to Princeton as well. Horizon Church Princeton.
Watching as well this morning. If you live in Princeton, special hello to you guys.
Yep. For those of you who don't know who we are, my name's Carly.
And I'm Jacob.
And we're
the Horizon Kids pastors here at Horizon Church, and we are...
I was trying to think of like a fun way to say our jobs. Like what would
We're the fun pastors.
Yeah, something like
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Pastors of fun.
The pastors of fun. I
There
like
you go.
that. Yeah.
Carly, add it under.
I'm
just
keeping
there.
that, yeah.
Pastors of fun.
Pastors of fun.
There you go. Okay.
Official.
Okay.
All right. Well, as always, be sure to like and subscribe. So go ahead and do that if you haven't already. We're still...
Yeah. We're making our way up to 100 subs.
Yep.
Oh,
We're getting up
we're
there.
gonna do something special.
We
Probably
are.
a food challenge when we reach 100 subs.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
Let's do that.
So.
Yeah, so make sure if you haven't already that you are subscribed, because we put out some other fun things throughout the week. We've got some devos that you can do.
Every Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. We've got
Minecraft Madness.
Minecraft Madness.
That's on Tuesdays. Devos is Mondays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
Minecraft Madness is Tuesdays.
And I know that there's lots of you out there who really enjoy watching the craziness.
Yep. And then Wednesdays.
Be sure to check that out. Wednesdays we do a Sunday recap.
Yeah, we get one of our amazing friends to come join us and kind of chat through the message and
Super
then
fun.
Pray with us.
Yeah. So hey, if you want to be one of those people who's featured on the Sunday recap, let us know and we will call you up. We'd love to do that. We had Bryce last week, which was
good.
super fun.
Hey Bryce.
Hey Bryce. That was awesome. He did so good.
It was good.
Yeah.
Awesome. But there isn't going to be a Sunday recap this week, Carly.
No. It's kind of a secret.
It is kind of a secret.
So maybe if you're a dad watching right now, like get your dad to like plug his ears or something, because next Sunday...
Wait, 5. You got 5 seconds to cover their ears. 3, 2, 1. Okay, carry on.
Okay.
They're good.
So hopefully you know this already. If not, it's okay. You've got a week. Next Sunday is Father's Day. We're pretty excited about that. Always a great day to celebrate the men in our lives. We've just done that with Mother's Day a few weeks ago. And Father's Day is a time, and we know that not all families are the same. Lots of families look very different. Yeah. And so Father's Day is not just for, a dad per se, but it could be for someone in your life who has really helped you and mentored you, like maybe a pastor, or maybe an older brother, or an uncle, or a grandfather, right?
Yeah, for me when I was a teenager, my dad wasn't around, and so my grandfather, we used to celebrate him and love on him on Father's Day. And so, it's a great day.
So we're excited to celebrate those men, those father figures in our lives. And check out on Wednesday, we're going to be, there's
3 p.m.
3 p.m.
Hopefully 3 p.m.
Yeah, something like that. There's going to be a very special video that you'll want to check out. Trust me on this.
It will be very helpful.
Very helpful.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, dads, you can come back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you kick your dads out, they can come back in.
You can uncover their ears.
Yeah.
We're gonna celebrate our birthdays.
Yes.
Woo! Birthdays.
Nice.
We should have like a song that comes on for that.
We could do the birthday song. We'll work on it. We'll keep improving these week by week. So.
Yeah. Well, we've got some birthday shout outs
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 birthday shout outs.
And some older ones as well. Not like the younger kids this week. Some of those.
Well, this first one is one of the younger ones. And I'm so excited to wish a very, very happy birthday to Ellie. Now,
Happy birthday, Ellie.
Okay, this is especially for you, Ellie. We're gonna wave, because Ellie loves waving. And I'm like almost 100% sure that she is waving back. So happy birthday, Ellie. We love you. Hope you have an amazing birthday. She has turned 2 years old. Very exciting. Next
birthday, turning 7, we have Milka. Happy birthday, Milka. Hope you're having a great day and you have a great week. It's a good year, 7. That's a fun one.
It's a good one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who do we have next, Carly?
Next we have Megan Lynn turning 8. Happy birthday, Megan Lynn.
Happy birthday.
Hope it is a great birthday.
Yes. Awesome. Okay. And next one, another Horizon Kids regular. We have Walter.
Walter!
Turning 9. Happy birthday,
9.
Walter. Almost 10.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We had Walter on our Sunday recap just a few weeks ago.
Yeah. So happy birthday, bud.
Awesome.
Hope you have a great week.
Yeah.
Awesome. Who do we got next?
Also turning 9, we have got Joel.
Aussie Joel.
Happy birthday, Joel.
Happy birthday. Hope you have a great week.
Yeah.
So good. Awesome. And
then we have
3 junior leaders.
Oh no, one's not a junior leader anymore. But okay, next we've got 2 junior leaders.
Oh yeah, true.
There you go,
True.
you figured it out.
I did. I was very confused.
So first of all, turning 13, we have Blake.
Happy birthday, Blake.
Happy birthday, Blake, one of our amazing sound guys and awesome small group leaders.
All round great junior leader.
Love having him.
Yeah. Happy birthday, bud.
And also turning 14 tomorrow is Annika. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow. It's Monday. Pretty sure it is. Happy birthday, Annika!
Happy birthday.
Also an amazing junior leader and one of my small group girls at youth. So exciting.
So exciting. And then turning 15, one of our leaders who used to be a junior leader but is now a normal junior leader, we have Adrian.
Adrian!
Happy birthday, Adrian. 15. Man.
Wow.
That's not like kid ages anymore. Like that's almost adult ages.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
And then finally turning 16.
I think it's 22, I think.
22 or 23.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's Joash.
Joash! Happy birthday, Joash. We just heard him speak 2 weeks ago. We had him on the vlog.
We did.
One of our amazing leaders in Horizon Kids, Joash. It was his birthday on Thursday, I think. Yes, on Thursday. So, happy birthday. Hope it was great.
Yeah, happy birthday, Josh.
And a big happy birthday to all of those people we just mentioned. If you know them and can contact them, make sure you do so. Give them a call, FaceTime, send them a card, drop off a gift. Make them feel really special on their birthday.
Yeah. Awesome.
Nice.
Well, we have something super fun next.
We do. It is time for the Weird Holiday.
Yep.
Well, little known fact, June 14th, which is actually today, is National Strawberry Shortcake Day. Who thought there'd be a day for that? But there is.
Yep, you can Google that.
That day is today, National Strawberry Shortcake Day.
Well, you know what we should do, Carly?
What should we do?
We should make some national strawberry shortcakes.
I think that's a great idea.
Ready? We're gonna jump to the kitchen.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. There we go.
Here we are.
Here we are. We're in the kitchen.
In the kitchen for National Strawberry Shortcake Day. So, for those of you who don't know what that is, I think you said you didn't know what it was,
what that was.
Right? Yeah.
Maybe we Brits call it something different.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe it's just like not a thing over there.
Maybe.
But it is just simply cake, whipped cream, and strawberries. I mean, you can't really go wrong with those.
That sounds pretty good.
Right? So here's the thing, is I'm not much of a cake baking person. I really tend to stick with cookies, and sometimes I'll dabble in, loaves, but cake isn't usually my thing. So I honestly thought that strawberry shortcake was made with angel food cake, so that's what I bought, but after doing a bit more research, it turns out it's just normal yellow cake, but we have this. So we're gonna do a variation on a strawberry shortcake.
Whoa. It's gonna be white.
It'll be
so
with angel food cake, and as it turns out, angel food cake means that when you get it as a box, all you need to add is water. So.
Yep. And Betty Crocker, if you want to sponsor this video, then just reach out, DM us, Instagram @_horizonkids. It'd be great. Love some sponsorship.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Anyway, Carly.
So, not a super exciting recipe, to be honest.
So what do we need for this recipe?
You literally just need a cake box, angel food cake, Betty Crocker.
Yep.
And you need a 1 cup measuring and a 1/3 cup measuring, and you'll put water in both of these and add it to the cake mix.
Whoa, crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, and we need strawberries and whipped cream as well?
Yes, you will need that. We'll probably have to bake this first, and then
add them on after.
Add them on at the end.
So this is probably gonna take a while. So maybe we'll do the prep and then we'll come back maybe after the so-and-so show, check them out. Sounds good. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's do this.
Whoa. Just gonna tip you down.
So.
Okay.
Here's our cake mix. I'm gonna cut that open now. So I figured we're gonna do even more of a variation. We're gonna make them into cupcakes.
Do I just pour it in?
Yeah, just pour that in. We're gonna make them into cupcakes. So we've got a cupcake tin here. Just because cupcakes are easier to share with people than a cake is.
There's a lot of dust in the air.
Yeah. Cupcakes are easier to taste test, but then also bring around somewhere. Did you make any more noise?
Probably could. I was trying to get the last bit out. You don't want to waste it, right?
Don't want to
This is the good
waste it.
stuff.
Okay, so here we've got our cake
Anyway,
mix.
so what you were saying again?
I was saying how cupcakes are easier when you want to taste test what you've made, but you also want to bring it around somewhere to be like, oh, I made this just for you, without it looking like you took a piece of the cake already, right? That's why.
So clever.
That's why I
guess
like
you could just make
cupcakes.
2 cakes.
You could, but I don't have 2 cake pans. Anyways, also angel food cake, you're supposed to have like a special pan that's like round. Don't have that because I don't really make cakes. So
We got a bread tin.
So we're gonna make cupcakes.
Cool.
And now we're gonna add water.
One cup. Whoa.
It's some hard work, this cake. My goodness, so much involved.
Yeah, let me see it. Mmm.
And 1/3.
Nice.
Then
Okay.
I think you just mix.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use, well, I guess I could use a whisk. Let's whisk. Making it up as I go. Not that there's much to make up. Oh man,
There's a lot of dust in here.
there is. It's not dust, it's powder.
It does smell very sweet right now.
It does. I've never made angel
Oh, it smells
food
like
cake.
marzipan.
Really? So random. Oh, it's all bubbly.
It is.
Huh.
This is amazing.
This is brand new for me. How exciting. Wow.
You guys get to experience the first cake in a bag.
Cake in a bag. I probably should
Yeah,
have
it definitely
used a
smells
big
like
bowl.
marzipan.
Yeah, I actually do smell that.
And you thought I was crazy before.
Look at that, it's so fluffy.
Wow. It's
I
it's
guess-
rising. Look at it.
Yeah,
I can see it growing in there.
I guess that's the difference between like normal sponge cake
Wow.
and angel food
Do you need
cake.
to mix it more?
I mean, it feels like it's all mixed. There was a specific note on the box that said, do not eat cake batter. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I love eating cake batter.
It looks kind of like a big melty marshmallow. at the moment.
Oh, it totally does. I don't know if I can see it.
Probably hold it like that.
Definitely almost dumped it.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Don't dump it. Okay.
All right.
That's a lot of batter. Batter? Is it called batter at this point?
Yep. It's batter.
Okay.
It's a lot.
Here's a tray we made earlier.
Let's
tip this down a bit. Let's see.
This is hilarious. This is so unexpected.
Okay. You might have to get a little lower, Carly. Okay.
All right. Gonna fill up these cake tins. It's so fluffy.
That's amazing.
I mean, it makes sense.
Does it?
Well, yeah, because that's what angel food cake is. It's that like really,
wow.
really light, fluffy.
I'm not allowed to eat it, right?
You know, the only thing that I know that angel food cake is good for is like cutting it up into little squares for a fondue, for like a chocolate fondue.
This is gonna be like, I think we're gonna need like 3 more trays.
Yeah. These are like small,
Put that there, so you can see it.
small muffin sizes as well. So
Wow.
this is hilarious. Okay, we're gonna have cupcakes for days. Maybe we should
just put it in
the
the
rest
tin,
in
the bread tin?
the loaf tin. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, do you want me to do? Oh, I could do this one, the big square one.
Sure. Yeah.
Can you spray it? This wasn't pre-planned.
Yeah.
This is kind of live right now.
As you can tell. So thanks for coming along this journey with us. Very exciting.
So fun. Look at this like cooking setup we got.
You know, this would have been a lot more boring if I just got normal yellow cake, so good thing I made that mistake.
So angel cake is angel cake because it's like
Because it's
bubbly?
so like light and fluffy, yeah.
Wow. Okay, well I guess I'm just pouring this, the rest of this in there.
Yep. You might want to use a spatula.
Those will be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's some unmixed bits.
Oh no. You gotta show the people, Carly.
You know when you get to the bottom and like suddenly you realize that it wasn't all the way mixed through?
I think your head's getting cut off.
It is.
Now.
It's difficult.
Like squat. I'm so intrigued.
Yeah, same.
Is this going to expand more when we put it in the,
I have no
in the oven?
idea.
Because we could be in trouble. Look, these are expanding still.
That'd be hilarious.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna put it in the oven for however long it says to put it in the oven.
Yeah. But first, Carly, do you want to walk us through our theme and our
Yes.
stuff for the month?
I do. So, we are talking all month long about faith, and our theme is focus.
Cool.
Take a closer look.
Cool. I have faith that these are going to rise.
Me too. I have faith that this is gonna taste delicious. And tell us what faith is, Jacob.
Faith is trusting in what you can't see because of what you can see.
And our Bible verse that we will be looking at all month long that we talked about a lot last week is in Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. And it says, faith is being sure of what we hope for. It's being sure of what we do not see.
So good.
So good. And do you want to tell us what our bottom line is today?
Our bottom line is knowing Jesus changes the way you see everything.
So cool. And we're going to talk about a story in the book of Acts about a guy named Saul that you might know better as Paul. And yeah, we're going to hear about his story. I love this. I love this one. It's such a good story. So let's check it out.
Everybody, I'm Erica, and welcome to my Summer STEAM Lab! Today, I'm challenging myself to some optical illusions. Dizzy yet? And you know what these tricky little eye puzzles require? A whole lot of faith! Faith is trusting in what you can't see because of what you can see. So, let's give it a go! Whoa! That is wild! Wanna see? Does it look like the circles are moving? But they aren't! It's a still photo! The way the gray and the black and the white are used makes it look like it's moving. Crazy, right? Do I look like I'm moving? Now, this one is easy. Okay, which of these objects is bigger than the other? Object A. Duh. All right. Wait. Object A. Right? Wait a second. They're the same size. I'm so shocked right now. Okay, sometimes what we think we see is not what's real. And when we discover the truth, it can be shocking. Today's story is all about a guy named Saul who thought he knew it was true, but he was in for a big shock. Let's check it out.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Acts, chapter 9, verses 1 through 9.
If anyone was set up for the good life, it was Saul of Tarsus.
Greetings.
Though Saul's family was Jewish, he was also born a Roman citizen. Throughout his life, he was known by 2 different names.
You may call me Saul or Paul.
As a young man, Saul was sent to Jerusalem to study with the famous Rabbi Gamaliel.
Let's see. You have achieved 100% in classical literature, 111% in philosophy, and in ethics, 99%.
Oh, I vow to do better.
Saul became a Pharisee like his father before him. He carefully studied God's law and prayed 3 times a day.
Dear God, help me follow your laws 100% perfectly.
Like the other religious leaders in Jerusalem, though, Saul was caught off guard by the events that surrounded the life and death of Jesus.
Good riddance. Now that fool can't try to overturn God's laws anymore.
Haven't you heard? Jesus' follower says he's returned to life.
They've seen Jesus?
They've seen Jesus.
Those riffraff will slink away soon enough.
Against all odds, the followers of Jesus didn't fade away. In fact, the numbers began to grow.
5,000? You're telling me that 5,000 people are following the way of a dead man?
Well, technically, they think he's alive.
Not helping.
The religious leaders in Jerusalem did everything they could to squash the new movement. They even arrested a leader among the Jesus followers named Stephen. After telling lies about him, they dragged him outside the city.
This man is a disgrace.
Saul stood by and held the coats of the men, who picked up stones and threw them at Stephen, until they killed him.
If Stephen had just let go of this Jesus nonsense, he wouldn't have had to die.
It's terrible. I heard people are following the way of Jesus in other cities too.
What? Inconceivable.
Saul quickly became known for hunting down people who believed in Jesus. When he discovered that some Jews in Damascus were following Jesus, he went straight to the high priest.
This Jesus thing is spreading everywhere.
I'm aware.
They think he's alive.
#yup.
Someone should do something.
I hope you have something constructive to say.
Give me letters to the synagogues in Damascus so I can arrest all the believers and bring them back here.
Now you're talking.
Saul set off for Damascus with the blessing of the high priest. He traveled with a group of men to arrest the believers they found. After days on the road, they neared the city.
There it is.
We'll make it by lunch.
No, we must take time to pray.
As he did 3 times every day, Saul stopped and turned to Jerusalem to pray, certain God was on his side.
Dear Lord, Help me to catch every single one of those despicable Jesus people.
Suddenly, a light more brilliant than the midday sun blazed down around Saul. He staggered, fell to the ground, squeezing his eyes shut against the glare.
Saul, Saul, why are you opposing me?
Saul gasped. It felt as though the whole earth shifted beneath him.
Who are you, Lord? I am Jesus. I am the one you are opposing.
The men around Saul stared in horror and confusion, unable to speak. They could see no one, but heard a sound, perhaps like a roar of thunder.
Now get up and go into the city. There you will be told what you must do.
Saul reeled. He struggled to his feet and finally opened his eyes. He saw nothing, only darkness.
What's happened?
You tell us. We saw the light, and you fell, and this sound, and then you said...
I can't see.
What?
I can't see. I've been blinded.
That's not good. Here, take my hand.
Saul grasped the man's hand and shuffled a few steps forward.
Who are you talking to?
I think it was Jesus.
You heard Jesus?
I heard Jesus.
Saul's companions led him into Damascus, where he stayed at the home of a man named Judas on Straight Street.
Want something to eat?
I'm not hungry.
Or water?
Not thirsty.
For 3 days, Saul wrestled with himself and God. He'd come face to face with the very man he knew was dead, but discovered that Jesus was very much alive. Now blind, Saul was forced to see everything in a brand new light.
Okay, there's supposedly a picture of a dinosaur hidden in this image. Focus. Okay, I'll just have to have faith that there's a dinosaur in this picture because I do not see it. Speaking of, Saul literally couldn't see after his encounter with Jesus, but in a way, he could see better than he ever had before. Anyway, Saul saw everything. And Jesus made a way for everybody to be saved from their sins. After Jesus went back to heaven, he gave his followers the Holy Spirit. And then many more people believed in Jesus too. Saul wanted to stop the Jesus followers, and he really tried. But Jesus wanted Saul to know a better way. You know, it's amazing how God has revealed himself to people all throughout history. Saul, who is also known as Paul, so Saul and Paul are actually Saul Paul, was no exception, and neither are you. Just like God opened Saul's eyes to see the truth, he can open our eyes too. He may not appear to you in a bright light, but God can get your attention in all kinds of ways, like through nature. Or a conversation with a friend. That's really good. I like that. You're so wise. A song on the radio. God can even use your own circumstances to help you know him. And when you focus in and really see Jesus for who he is, the Savior of the world, it can change how you see everything. So that's the one thing to remember today. Knowing Jesus changes the way you see everything. It's like Jesus gives us brand new glasses to see out of. I can't really see out of these ones, but it's a different way to see. So that's exciting. Oh, perfect. Well, that's all I got for this week. Oh, perfect. These coffee beans want to wave goodbye to you. Bye.
Hey everyone! So, all month long, we'll be talking about faith. Now, faith is trusting in what you can't see because of what you can see. And last week, we started this off by looking at Hebrews chapter 11 and how we can look at all the amazing stories of people from the Old Testament to see their amazing faith. And knowing that even if we can't really see Jesus like in person, we can still trust in him and have faith in him because we can see all the amazing things that he does. And today we are talking about how knowing Jesus changes the way you see everything. So, have you ever had a moment when you realized that the way you were going was actually completely the wrong direction? Maybe you were in a car with a parent or on a hike in the woods. Maybe you got lost or ended up someplace other than where you thought you were going. Have you ever been there? Well, if you've been following along on our Minecraft Madness episodes, you probably know that me, or known in the Minecraft episodes as Carl, I tend to get lost a lot. I mean, there's a lot of points in most episodes where all of a sudden you just hear my voice and I say, guys, I'm lost. I mean, maybe I'll put out a challenge to those of you watching if you want to go through and actually count how many times I say that I'm lost, because honestly, it's gotta be a lot. But I don't know, I have a really bad sense of direction, especially when it comes to Minecraft. In fact, there's one episode where I had gotten so lost that I actually just had to get in the water and sink until my character drowned, so that I respawned and started again, because there was no hope. I couldn't find my way. Jacob couldn't help me find my way. It was that bad.
Can I eat it?
Carly, can you see us?
No.
Okay, we're gonna scout her out. Oh, I think I see Carly's land. Oh wait, no.
I'm in the water.
Did you head in the same direction we normally go?
I don't know.
Okay.
You know my sense of direction, Jacob.
What's that?
You know.
You see Carly?
No, I said I see you.
Okay. You coming, Jonathan?
Okay, yeah.
We're gonna go this way and Carly will find us.
Oh, I fell and died.
Okay.
Johnny boy hit the ground too hard.
Okay, I'll go get his stuff.
Yeah, pick up the furnace.
Behold my stuff. Oh, there's land beyond those little islands that you were looking at,
Go have a look, see if it's...
with some really tall trees.
Oh, nice.
I see it.
Oh, there's some
Jonathan, your
jellyfish?
stuff went everywhere.
Oh no.
You splattered.
Sorry guys.
That what it means?
fell far.
Did anyone get my stuff when I died?
Well, you died in the water, so...
Damn, I had a lot of stuff.
Oh, nice, there are some big trees. Cool, that
Yeah.
looks like a better place to build a base.
Yeah.
Carly, how
Oh,
did
this
you
looks
ever
like
find
good
Horizon
place?
Kids Island.
Nice.
Yeah, this is Horizon Kids Castle Island. I'm digging it.
I see a fish. I'm
Kiss
about
Island.
to take it.
No,
Kiss Island. No, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's terrible.
Thank you.
What's the Peter Pan's where it's all kids?
Neverland.
Neverland.
Yeah, but we're adults, so that means we would be pirates.
We're the bad ones.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a bad one.
Okay, I see a bunch of polar bears. I wish I also had some sense of direction.
You should be able to see our name on the map somewhere, potentially.
I can't.
You can?
No.
Okay.
Do you need me to come help find you, Carly?
Potentially.
Spirit, lead
Ooh,
me.
red flowers, nice patches. Yeah, I think this will be great.
Okay. I'm going to come help Carly.
Okay, so I'm going to...
I see red flowers
Lean
too.
back for a second.
Because what if...
Yeah, there's a lot of trees there.
Ooh, some
I feel like I'm
caves
just
already
walking on a
kind
platform
of
of
dug.
blue.
Oh, I'm
Do
hitting
you
it with
ever
salmon.
feel like a plastic bag blowing in your wind, looking to start again? Ooh, I see some land.
I think we have to kill you, Carly. Because I know
lost.
you're very lost.
I thought I was on the same island as Caleb.
Is there snow on your island, Caleb?
Nope.
Nope.
There is trees and grass.
Yeah. Are there a lot of trees or no?
There's like 6 or 8 big
Okay.
tall trees.
I know how to get to there from the original place, but we're just gonna have to let you die.
You see, that time in that episode, I had been trying to get to where the rest of the team was, and I honestly thought I was going in the right direction. I really did. So much so that, as you just saw, Kaylin was describing where she was and what it looked like, and I was convinced that I was on the same island. But as you can see in the actual footage, we were in completely different places, and I was totally on the wrong track. The funny thing is that in Minecraft, I have this really bad habit of getting lost, even when I think I'm keeping track of where I'm going, when we're digging in the mines, and I think, okay, I know where I'm going, I'm setting a path, and even still, I get turned around without realizing it. Maybe some of you can relate to that in video games or something like that with driving with your parents and getting totally turned around. But have you ever thought about getting lost in life? Like not just in your physical world, like literally getting lost, but maybe in the decisions you make or the friends that you have and how those decisions or friends impact your future. What happens when you discover that maybe the way you were going in life and the decisions you were making start to look like they were the wrong ones? What do you do then? Well, that's a really big question. And if you've had that question, don't worry, so many of us have. And if you haven't yet, you probably will at some point get to a place where you're wondering, where did I go wrong? How did I get so lost? I'm clearly going the wrong way and I thought I was on the right track. Well, thankfully, we can look somewhere that we know to be true, that we can put our faith in when we have big questions like that, and that is in the Word of God. And so we just heard a story in our Bible story video, and it's one of my favorite stories, to be honest, about a man named Saul, who we actually know better as Paul, and what happened in his life. And it was a really cool story. You saw it in the Bible story video. When Saul left Jerusalem, he was absolutely convinced that he was going in the right direction. He really honestly thought that he was doing God's work. And he genuinely believed that. And because of that, he was doing some pretty bad things. He was finding the people who followed Jesus, and he was putting them in prison, and he was treating them really badly. But he really thought he was on the right track. He thought he was doing what God wanted him to do. But as he neared to Damascus, Saul was forced to face a very important reality. What he believed was the right way had actually been the wrong way entirely. His opposition to Jesus and those who followed Jesus was not God's work at all. It was actually completely against God's work. But Jesus met Saul on the road to Damascus, and then it hit Saul. I mean, literally and figuratively. It hit him that, well, Jesus is right here speaking to me. He must be real. What am I doing persecuting his followers if he really is alive? Then everything that Saul believed about who Jesus was and what God wanted, he realized that it was wrong. And that day on that road, Saul saw Jesus from a brand new perspective, and it changed everything. You see, Saul was blinded after his encounter with Jesus. We know that. We've read it in the Bible. But in some ways, Jesus actually allowed him to see better than he had ever seen before. Because Jesus allowed him to see from Jesus's perspective instead of from his own. And suddenly his world was opened. His eyes were widened. His heart was seeing for the first time. And that's the power that Jesus has when you have an encounter with him, is that Jesus changes the way you see everything. When you realize you're heading the wrong way, like if you're in Minecraft, and you see the way that things are supposed to be, well, you should do everything that you possibly can to turn yourself around and fix that and head in the right direction. You see, when Jacob and I play Minecraft together with some of our friends, we've realized actually that Jacob's computer can render the surroundings a lot better than my computer can. So we'll be standing in the same place in the Minecraft world, looking in the same direction, but Jacob's computer can actually see way further into the distance, whereas mine, it just kind of stops and cuts off. And that's kind of like what Jesus does. See, with just our own perspective, we're kind of like Saul. We kind of think we know we're on the right track and we know what we're doing, but we can't actually see as far as what's available to us. But then when Jesus comes into our life, he changes everything. He changes the way we see, and suddenly we see more of like what Jacob's computer shows. Suddenly you can see way further ahead. You can see the hope that Jesus brings and the peace and the joy that Jesus can give you. He gives you a better perspective, and when he does, you can see where you are going and how you were wrong and how you can fix it. Isn't that amazing? So even if you're headed in the wrong direction and you suddenly realize that, that's not it for you. It's not too late. Jesus always provides a way for you to turn around, just like he did with Saul. And that's why it's one of my favorite stories, because Saul is a perfect example of someone who is headed in the wrong direction. And if Jesus has the power to turn his life around and send him in the right direction, well then, Jesus has the power to help any of us. There are lots of times when God might try to nudge you and let you know. With his Holy Spirit, he'll give you those feelings in your stomach, maybe in your chest. And it kind of feels like he's saying, hey, psst, you're headed in the wrong way. You need to turn around. You know, maybe it's something like we've said something unkind to someone. And maybe a good friend who we know and trust would correct us before we go too far with it and say anything worse. We ask for forgiveness and then we're good. We're back in the right direction. Sometimes God can speak to us through the godly people around us, like your small group leader or your pastors or your parents or your, other people at church. Maybe we're anxious and worried. We find ourselves going down this path of fear and anxiety, and we start to worry. But then God reminds us of a verse in the Bible that was really comforting about a promise that he's given. And that helps us to say no to that fear and to turn around, to go in the other direction, because God's presence was able to tap us on the shoulder and remind us like, hey, you're going in the wrong direction. Let's fix that. But how about you? Everyone's different. How does God get your attention? What is it that you feel? Where is it that you feel God's nudgings? Is it in your stomach? Is it in your head? Do you think of a Bible verse or maybe a worship song? Or maybe it's through a friend or someone you trust. There's so many ways that God can get your attention. And maybe it won't be like Saul, where he had that big blinding light and Jesus audibly spoke to him. Maybe it won't be quite like that. But God speaks to us in so many different ways. And if you can recognize that, then he's going to help you out when you're headed down the wrong way, and he's going to make it totally possible for you to turn around and set things straight and head back in the right direction following Jesus. So I want to encourage you to allow Jesus to change your perspective the way that he did with Paul, because like our bottom line is today, knowing Jesus changes the way you see everything. So let me pray for you now. Jesus, we thank you so much for this story in the Bible about Paul. And for your encounter with him. And because of that encounter and that life-changing, direction-switching moment, we have so much of the New Testament in the Bible thanks to him and thanks to your encounter with him. And we're so grateful to look at that story and see that if you can change Paul's life the way you did, you can change each and every one of our lives. So God, I pray that you would be speaking to each and every one of these kids who are watching today. Speak to them in the way that they will hear you and give them those nudgings when they might be going in the wrong direction, and help them to understand that that's you speaking to them and how they can set things straight and head back in the right direction following your son Jesus. In Jesus' name, everyone said together, amen. Awesome. Thanks for listening, guys. We're going to check out our So-and-So show and see a little bit more about this story.
All right. Scalpel. Scalpel. And prep the top for me, please. Prepping the top. Top is prepped. Prep the base. Prepping the base. Base is prepped. Tweezers. Tweezers. Here's where it gets really delicate. Wipe. Wiping. Wiped. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, close it up. Closing it up. You did it.
Nah, we did it. Feed me.
Feeding you. It's good.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon.
And I am John.
This is the So-and-So show. Buddy, you okay?
Oh, I'm fine, Brandon. I'm focused, and no one is gonna catch me not focusing. Oh, what was that?
Did you lose your focus?
Oh, man! Okay, I'm gonna do better this time.
Why, John?
Brandon, I have struggled with being able to focus my whole life. There are always things competing for my attention.
Yeah, like having guests on the show?
Yes, exactly, like having a guest on the show. It totally breaks my concentration.
It's time for someone who knows stuff. Seat. Yep, right there. Okay.
One moment, please.
Alrighty. What are you,
Hello. Guten Tag. How are you both?
We're focused.
We're good. Hans, thank you so much. Can you tell everyone who you are and what you know?
Hello. My name is Hans Decibel. I am an audio engineer with a recent interest in Foley artistry.
And what is that exactly?
I am so glad you asked this question to me.
Thank you.
Many of the sounds we hear in film and in television are not recorded live, but are inserted after the fact by a Foley artist.
Oh, that's very interesting. So
Yeah.
if I'm watching a movie and I see someone walking up some creaky stairs, the stairs don't actually have to be creaky. They can be added later by a Foley artist. The creaky
This
sounds.
is correct.
Wow, that's cool.
What's in the suitcase?
I have brought with me here today a selection of audio properties that I use in the creation of my sound effects. I will now make the sound, and you will guess what is the sound.
Oh, so it's like a game.
Yeah. I have brought blindfolds.
Oh, man. Okay.
All right.
Here, put it in my hand. I'm not going to look at them. Okay.
Okay,
All
I guess
right,
it
okay.
goes like that. Okay.
Oh, this makes it really hard to focus.
Okay, John, you can focus with your ears too, you know?
Oh, yeah. That's right. All right.
Just listen.
That's right.
All right.
All right, right. Okay, ready.
Very good.
That's the sound of a suitcase opening.
This is correct.
He hasn't started yet, John.
Whatever, I am focused.
Okay. Sound number one.
That sounds like my dog, Brutus, running down the hallway to greet me when I get home from work. Is that you, Brutus? Come here, Brutus. Come here.
Aha! I have fooled you. This was not Brutus, but the sound of paper clips on a cutting board, making the tippy-tappy sound of canine claws on laminate flooring. Sound number 2.
Oh, that's a horse.
This is correct. Number 3.
Oh, I know. Oh man, that sounds just like a bird flapping its wings.
Whoa, where is it?
Sound number 4. Oh, it's so cold in here. Is this snow on the ground? No, it is just a bag of cornstarch. Oh, I'm slipping. I hope I don't fall and break a bone. Ouch!
Oh.
It's a pain. Ouch!
Are you all right? Do we need to call an ambulance?
What? I have fooled you again. This was only the sound of celery ribs.
Oh. Wow, that was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll never look at celery the same way again. And
Yeah.
cornstarch, that's amazing.
This is correct. Ordinary things become extraordinary when you open your eyes and ears to the possibilities.
Oh, that's a really cool way to put
I will now explore the space to find ordinary things to make extraordinary.
Okay.
Think this is a good idea?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
Oh!
What in the world?
Ha! Ha! I have fooled you for a third time. By dropping this box of knives and forks on the ground, I made you believe I was destroying your room. It is a good joke.
Yes, that's very funny. You know what? I think that's all the time we have.
Hey!
Ha! Ha!
Okay, my focus is completely gone now.
Then let's get back on track. It's Bible story time with Kellen.
Hey, Kellen.
Kellen.
Kellen!
Oh! Hey guys, sorry about that.
What you listening to?
I was listening to an old-time radio show. That's what people did for home entertainment before television. I used to listen to them as a kid.
How old are you, Kellen?
Actually, I think it would be really cool if we could tell today's story like an old radio show with sound effects and everything. Is Han still there?
Yeah.
How did you...
Take it away, Kellen.
Okay, I now present Saul on the Road to Damascus, radio style. Jesus had been killed, and the people who didn't like what Jesus stood for thought they heard the last of him. But then a rumor started going around that Jesus came back from the dead, and more people were becoming followers of a new Jesus movement called the Way. They had to be stopped, and one of the people in charge of stopping them was Saul of Tarsus.
I am Saul of Tarsus, and I shall do everything I can to oppose Jesus Christ of Nazareth. You there!
Who? Me?
Yes, you. Are you a follower of the Way?
I am!
Seize him!
Saul went from place to place to find Jesus followers and have them put into jail. And even put to death. Saul asked permission from the high priest to travel to other cities so he could arrest even more followers of the Way. And that's why Saul was traveling on the road to Damascus. Saul and the men he was traveling with had letters that gave Saul permission to arrest any Jesus follower he wanted. He was determined to complete his mission. He was focused. But then, an incredible thing happened. A light from heaven flashed all around Saul and his companions. Saul fell to the ground, and he heard a voice.
Saul, Saul, why are you opposing me?
Who are you, Lord?
I am Jesus. I am the one you are opposing. Now get up and go into the city. There you will be told what you must do.
The men with Saul heard a sound, but they were unable to speak. The men helped Saul to his feet, but when Saul opened his eyes, he couldn't see anything, so he had to be led to Damascus by hand. For 3 days, Saul didn't eat or drink anything. What will happen next? Will Saul regain his sight? Will he continue to oppose Jesus? You'll have to wait until next time to find out.
You can't leave it like that, Kellen.
That's how all old-time radio shows end. You always have to wait until next time.
Or you can read what happens next yourself. It's right here in Acts chapter 9.
I don't like waiting.
All right then.
Besides, there's a lot to learn with just this part of the story. Saul was so focused on his mission that he was missing what was really important. It took a bright light on a road for God to really get Saul's attention.
Okay, I get it. So focusing is a bad thing.
No, I just think we need to check in with God a lot more to make sure we're focused on the right things.
Great idea. Thanks, Kellen.
Yep, you guys know where I'll be. I'll see you around.
That was fun.
I agree.
Hey,
Much fun.
Hans, you're still here.
Yeah. I am here to say, reveal the question.
Maybe a little more energy.
Reveal the question.
That worked.
Yeah.
The question of the day is, how does God try to get your attention?
Hey, that's a good question. You know, he's never appeared to me in a bright light, I can tell you that.
Me either. Hans?
Yeah. Many times.
How does God try to get your attention? Is it like a small voice inside you, or a big crack of thunder, or is it something we've never thought about? Talk about it together.
Yeah. Sound waves. So mysterious.
You're telling me. Hey, we'll see you next time on the So-and-So Show.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Brandon, do you know what today is?
I do, John.
What is it?
It's our 150th episode!
It's true! 150 episodes! That's right! So let's celebrate! Hey, count down with me, everybody. Come on, ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy!
I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Well, that was some fun. The Bible story and message and so-and-so show.
And now here we are
Here
at the
we
end.
are. So while you were watching those things, we baked that angel food cake that we made, and
It really rose.
it did some interesting things that I wasn't expecting. But
Yeah, should we show them?
let's show them.
Which one do you want to show first? The cupcakes or the big cake?
Let's show the cupcakes.
Whoa.
This is how the cupcakes turned out. I am not sure if that's what they're supposed to do. They're very fluffy, but I don't even know if they're gonna come out of the tin. That's my worry.
Well, let's try.
See?
Oh, they're a bit more solid than they look. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We didn't have cupcake liners, so that's an issue. I don't know. This is all just a bit of a test run. I don't think we'll be bringing these over to anyone.
Oh, you can kind of get them out.
There, look, I got it out. Oh boy.
Me too. There's a bit left in here.
The other thing is that I read the box and it said that we shouldn't have greased the pan.
But that was too late.
Which I definitely did. So that was mistake number 1.
There is no easy way to get these out.
No. Okay, let's show them the cake one now. Because it is crazy.
Kablam!
So it rose like really, really big. And then while it was cooling, it sunk right down.
How do I get this one out?
So I think you're supposed to like tap it upside down.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna get the sticky bit off the edge. Because it's like really like...
Yeah. So let's see if this one actually comes out.
I'm not convinced.
Me neither.
It's very crummy. Actually, can you get me a toothpick?
Sure. There were a couple other things on the box that I missed. So it's a bit more finicky than I expected it to be. I thought this was just like a really simple, but turns out it's not. Learned something new. Maybe there's some expert bakers out there watching who are like,
just so embarrassed.
Duh. How could you not know this? But I said it from the beginning. I don't really do much with cakes. That's not really my thing. I'm much more in the cookie zone. It looks like a mess.
Can you tap, Carly? Oh, you're gonna have to tap harder than that. There you go, it's coming. I feel it, yep. Oh no.
What a disaster.
I think it works, but there's a little bit left in the pan too.
Okay. Well. Oh my gosh.
Just put the whole thing in.
No. It's so fluffy and light.
Look, you get that whole thing.
Wow. I mean, it's good.
It is good.
Well, here's what we can do. So, we're doing this because this is National Strawberry Shortcake Day. So, we've got strawberries, we've got whipped cream, and we've got cake, kind of. So, we'll cut up some strawberries, and we'll put them on top. But while I'm doing that, Jacob's gonna tell you guys what the discussion questions can be this week. So based on Bible story and all the things we were talking about around faith and knowing Jesus, Jacob, why don't you let us know what things they can discuss?
Awesome. So we got 3 questions this week, and for you guys to discuss with families maybe when you're in a car or straight after this episode. And so first question is, how does God try to get your attention?
It's a good question.
So lots of different ways, and it'd be interesting. Maybe your parents have some ideas as well, and maybe you guys, know when you can recognize when God is trying to get your attention as well. So it's a good thing to talk about. Question number 2 is, if God tries to get someone's attention but they ignore him, does he ever give up? So if God tries to get someone's attention but they ignore him, does he ever give up? What do you guys think? Let's have a discussion. Nice. And then final question number 3, is if you could meet Jesus the way Saul did, how do you think that would impact your faith? So if you could meet Jesus the way that Saul did, how would that impact your faith? It's a good one. I think there would certainly be an impact there. But yeah, what do you guys think would change? Yeah, cool. Awesome.
So good. Well, strawberries are cut.
Thanks for cutting some strawberries.
That's
nice.
Right. And then we've got some whipped cream. We got it in a can because I don't have a mixer that would mix it well to make our own. But homemade whipped cream is always better. Okay, want to get one of the weird little cupcakes out?
I think this one came out well. Okay.
It's almost like a cookie at this point.
It's also, everything is very sticky right now.
Oh yeah, the best
Best lunch ever.
And we'll just stick some strawberries on it. And look, we've got some strawberry shortcake.
I mean, isn't that amazing? Okay, one bite, Carly. No, like in one.
No way. I'm not
No?
gonna do that. It's edible. It's very good. It's just not pretty at all. What do you think?
I like it.
Would you eat it again?
I would. Because I know we can only get better if we do it again. So.
It's true. I'm not sure I'll be dabbling in angel food cake much. But now we know.
We're going to need a lot of whipped cream for this one.
Yeah. And if you try making some angel food cake, and if you, maybe if yours goes as weird as ours did, or maybe if you did it a lot better, send us a picture, show us.
We'd love to see.
We'd love to see.
Awesome.
All right, well,
I think that's it.
I think that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy National Strawberry Shortcake Day, and have a great week.